I put my headphones in and I chose a song and I started choreographing to a song. I think it was a K. Michelle song or something. I choreographed it on the spot. Who knows what it was? It's probably horrible.
Oh my God.
Like, who knows what the heck I did that night.
You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that.
Welcome back to Mic'd Up on a Tuesday. You already know, every Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, you guys have been asking for this person over and over and over and over again, and I could not find Alexis, but I did find Beaulexx.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey.
Here I am.
Hey.
Here I am. We made it happen.
We made it happen. She was supposed to be the first guest, but the 10th is fine.
I don't really know what happened.
Life. You're basically the president, so you're too busy.
Now.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about how we met.
How did we meet? Okay, you know what? Okay, so I did my homework, right?
You did?
I watched your other episodes.
Oh.
Okay. And then it was the first question you always ask is, how do we meet?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we met.
So you don't know how we met. Exactly.
I heard you ask this to every person. I was like, what? How did you text me? I think probably your class at Playground.
I think my class at Playground.
Because I remember when Playground first opened.
Uh-huh.
And they only had like a small faculty of teachers and you were there.
Like 5.
And I remember taking your class that you taught to, oh my gosh, it was like an Afrobeats song.
I know what you're talking about too, but I can't remember the name.
And it was back when like every class at Playground only had like 15 people in it. Like I was in your class and I had so much space.
Yeah. Shade. She's already starting.
No, I'm just saying no.
I was in your class and I had so much space. Ooh, this is gonna be good.
But I'm saying that's how long I've known you.
But like, what year was that? 2018?
2018 maybe?
2018.
I think if I had to guess, I would say 2018.
Okay. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You had just finished UCLA. You had just graduated. Or were you in school?
No, I was still at UCLA.
That's crazy. By the way, if you guys don't know, Alexis is a UCLA graduate, baby. Yeah. She got a degree.
I got a degree.
Do you feel like would you ever use it in any capacity?
I think absolutely.
Yeah.
But I also feel like you use it all the time just in the sense of that I think going to get a degree, going to university taught me so much.
Right.
And I did work a little bit. I was like an intern. I did work.
You had a regular job?
I majored in poli-sci.
Oh.
So I did work at a law firm for I had a brief stint. But it was before I graduated. And it was during that time, it was like my senior year at UCLA, and I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do. Like Playground had just opened. My senior year, I think, is the year that Playground opened. And I started taking classes there. So I was like, okay, should I dive more in and try to do the dance industry? I had like my little stint in working at a law firm. I was like, should I go into law? Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to try? And I ended up obviously going the dance route.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I will definitely end up using my degree later.
That's cool.
It's a poli-sci degree. It's very open.
So you can do a lot with it.
You can do a lot with it depending like where your passion lies, in my opinion. But also too, I think we all love dancing, but eventually it has to evolve into something.
There has to be something else, yeah.
So.
Did you get a lot of shit from your parents because you didn't use your degree?
No.
That's cool. Let me think. Because mine gave me shit. Boy.
No, I didn't. I think, but they wanted me to go to college. Like that was the thing.
So as long as you went, that's fine.
You have to go.
That's good.
So I went. Now though, they give me a little bit of like, dang, these student loans ain't gonna pay themselves.
Hey yo. You student loan companies are frauds. You guys are crooks, boy.
Yeah, no, but
crooks.
My parents were always so supportive. They were always so supportive because they're the ones that put me in dance anyway.
Right.
So if it's anyone's fault.
Speaking of that, okay, so for those who don't know, Alexis trained at the same dance studio as Aisha Francis.
I did.
Many people do not know that. How was that?
I
was like training at the same studio as Aisha Francis?
Well, I mean, I trained at that studio with Aisha Francis before the world knew her.
So you had already seen the gag already.
But I was so young though.
Right.
It's one of those things where when you're so young, growing up around like great talent, you don't really realize it until you're older. You don't appreciate it until you're older.
So true.
You know? But so the studio I went to was Bree Dance Studio.
Bree Dance Studio.
BRE, you know.
Shout out to is that the chant?
That was the chant. BRE, you know. Okay, hold on. Easy.
Would you guys say that a lot?
We would go to dance competitions and we would say that like in the crowd.
B-R-E, you know? I'm dead.
I swear. And yeah, so I went there from a little girl, I think like 4 years old, 5 years old. And Aisha was in the, she was already grown and doing great things at that point at the studio. So I got to see that, but also I didn't really know how
what
big
that
it,
was.
know how big it was until after I like was older. I was like, whoa, that was like a huge moment.
Dang.
And I think it's like cool, like full circle to be able to train with Aisha even still now, like in her classes that she has. Like I remember my mom, I don't know why Aisha was teaching, I think in a studio in Pasadena. And I remember, I think I was like 16 years old. Couldn't even drive on my own yet. And my mom would drive me to take heels classes with her. Like, and I was like this, like little, like a chicken that couldn't walk, or like a deer learning how to walk. And these like, and I was wearing my mom's heels. Like they weren't even dance heels. They were like.
Just like real heels.
I think they were like Jessica Simpson.
Please.
Like platform.
The nudes, please. I love. Good.
Yes.
Everyone has a start.
Yeah.
Do you remember like your first class that you ever took, like where you said, okay, maybe this is what I want to do for real? Or did you always know that?
I remember, I don't know why, I distinctly remember being like 12 or 13 years old. I was at Brie Dance Studio and I was in ballet class.
Oh, work.
And I remember having this like feeling inside of me of like, oh, I want to do this shit.
I hated that ballet. So shout out to you for wanting to do it.
Ballet was my first love.
Really? That makes sense for the way you dance, but yeah.
Ballet is what made me fall in love with dance. I think because I loved the work that put into it. You know
like
what
this
I mean?
is real. Like this is real shit. Yeah.
I think ballet is one of those ones where you can't get away from the work of it.
No.
You cannot fake the work. You can't fake the technique. And you can't fake the lack of progress if you don't put in the work.
No.
Even being at, like we'd be at bar and be in class. And like when you're that young with like all the girls, like everyone's like trying to like joke around, like kid around and stuff.
Not you.
And I remember I just had to switch one day. I was like, don't talk to me. I'm focused.
I'm a dancer.
I'm a dancer, don't you know? Like, I'm going to get this turnout good.
You guys are going to gag when I get on stage. Watch me.
I'm going to have the most turnout
that anyone's ever seen.
I'm going to have the most pirouettes.
The most pirouettes.
I'm going to have the highest jeté.
So you were like, I'm serious about this at 12, 13.
I just remember this switch went off inside of me.
That's cool.
And I was like, this is real. But it was ballet was my first thing. I didn't have a dream to be in the commercial dance space. I just knew I wanted to get as good as possible.
Okay. Do you remember your first class at Playground that you ever taught? And we will find footage, so please.
Oh, I can find it for you probably.
You have it. You posted it the other day.
Who probably has it? Kenny probably has it.
Did you not post it? I'm sure he
filmed it. I'll have to look at my Instagram archives. I can tell you the exact story the first time I taught at Playground.
Well, let's hear it.
So, running it back, right? Senior year UCLA, Playground just opened. I didn't really know anybody at Playground, so I was like trying to figure out like what's my in, you know, like don't make that face.
I'm excited to hear this because I already know it's gonna be good. It sounds like a scam already. How the fuck can I get in?
I'm not a scammer. Not a scammer. I will say though, like from my perspective, I just felt like this like little like lame college girl, like trying to like not trying to be cool, but trying to like how do I find a space somewhere in the dance industry, and like because I had done jobs and stuff, but I wasn't part of any community in the dance industry, right? And something about Playground, I just gravitated toward it. And also it was really close. It was on the west side.
True.
Most dance studios were all the way in North Hollywood. And as a college student, I was all the way in Westwood driving all the way to the valley. Oh, right, because UCLA
is right over there. Right.
Driving out all the way to the valley wasn't always going to work for me. And Playground was closer to me. I digress. Point is, I was always there.
You did. You took hella classes.
I took hella classes. I met Robin and Kenny. Yep. And then I started kind of just like hanging around in the back room.
Yeah. Oh, the back room. Y'all don't know that era. That was an era. And if you know, you know. So basically, after class, like we would all rush to the back room, which is like the faculty room, where Kenny would literally edit the videos that y'all would watch on site, like right then after class.
And sometimes he would plug the videos into the TV, and everyone would like review the class footage. And
like that's crazy to think about.
Yes. But this was something like I wasn't a teacher there yet. So I was I was hanging out and I was like trying to get to know everybody, knew Kenny and Robin. And then one time I was just hanging out at the studio. I had no business being there. Maybe I took a class. I was just there. And then Lark was supposed to be teaching the advanced heel slot at 8 p.m. that night. Or maybe it was 9:30. They used to have 9:30 classes.
Yeah, bitch, they used to have 9:30 classes. Sure did.
From what I remember, I think Lark was auditioning for Beyonce because this was like back in like Beyonce Coachella.
When she did Coachella.
I don't know what year that was.
Dang, good memory.
But that's what I think it was. I know it was Lark had some audition or Lark was going to be doing something. And she wasn't going to be able to come. It was for a good reason. Yeah. And I was just there. And I think it was within like 45 minutes they needed a sub.
Stop.
And they're like looking around the room and they're like, hey, you're pretty good. You're a good dancer. Do you think you could sub this class for us?
And that night.
This was that night. I was wearing a crop top hoodie and skinny jeans.
Alexis,
they went into I didn't even have heels with me that night. They went into the Lost and Found.
Hey, yo.
And found a pair of heels that were too big for me. And then I put my headphones in and I chose a song and I started choreographing to a song. I think it was a K. Michelle song or something. I choreographed it on the spot. Who knows what it was? It's probably horrible. Oh my God. Like, who knows what the heck I did that night? And yeah, and I did. I remember in that moment wanting to say no and cry and go home. And I just was like, just say yes, Alexis.
Just do it.
And so I said, yeah. And that was the first time I taught. I subbed at the last minute.
That's a crazy story. I never knew that.
Yeah. And then that's what happened. I think the next couple of times I taught was because someone called a sub in last minute and I was just there.
When did you get your slot? Like when did you get your actual slot?
I got my slot February of whatever year. So my anniversary is coming up. Maybe 2018?
Yeah, had to be.
Maybe Feb of 2018?
Had to be, yeah. Oh my God, that's
2019
crazy.
The latest, but I think 2018.
Yeah, because it was 2 years before COVID,
yeah,
I feel like.
And that's when they gave me a beginner heel slot is what they gave me. And that was like when beginner classes were like starting to be a thing.
Correct.
In LA, like at professional dance studios, I feel like.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I feel like we really made it super cool there.
No, yeah, like you can say what you want to say, but like the beginner classes at Playground it's just different. It's just different.
Especially at that, it was just like so much fun. And so I got my start subbing the advanced classes last minute and I think just being there and then saying yes. Period. And then when it was time for my own slot, they're like, we'll start you off with the beginner
With the beginner class, even though they threw you into an advanced class for the first time. Okay, let's talk the reality show because everybody wants to talk about it.
Myself to NT1.
Alexis is our princess.
The audacity.
First question, have you watched the whole show?
Top to bottom, every single minute, no.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. And I'm glad you told the truth because I thought you were going to say that you had it. And I had a question to see if you had. But I knew you were going to say,
what was going to be your test?
My test was what happens in episode 4. Exactly. You don't know. You don't know.
Can I get the synopsis for episode 4?
It's at the party. At the party. Your birthday party. Your birthday party.
So many things happen at my birthday party.
Exactly. Also, you know what I love about that scene with you and me? We're both obviously drunk. We're both just slurring words. You're like, I don't care about that. I said, yeah, girl, I don't care about. We're just slurring words. And I'm like, look at us on TV just drunk.
You know, I think that was one of the things I did learn from that experience was like, don't drink on camera.
Oh my God. But we were just drinking because every scene was a party or this or an event or this, you know, fun time. Favorite part of being on a reality show and least favorite part?
Favorite part of being on a reality show and least favorite part? Favorite part? I don't think I have a favorite part of being on a reality show.
It's okay. Fair.
I don't. There's no favorite part.
Fair.
Least favorite.
Fair. You heard what she said. I don't like this shit.
Least favorite part. What's my least favorite part? I think my least favorite part would not be knowing all the other storylines that are going on.
Within the things. Yeah.
So not always knowing.
That was crazy.
Everything that was going down. And then seeing all the other scenes, like
how it
seeing
played
the
out.
TV show, once it came out, I was like, oh, that was happening. Well, you know, because even like while filming, sometimes you might try to like figure out what's going on.
We were. That's one thing we were all trying to do.
You wouldn't always get a straight answer.
Nope.
To me, that's the most infuriating thing because I hate not knowing what's going on. Even my own storyline.
Especially when it has to do with me.
Yeah. And that was jarring. Yeah, that was That was my least favorite.
The first day we filmed, I go to the back room that we were just talking about, and Alexis is just like staring off into space. And I'm like, are you good? You start bawling. Do you remember that?
Okay. Wow.
First day. What I'm trying to tell you is this is how much we were gagged at this whole experience.
Okay.
See, told you.
Okay, yes. The very first day of filming, I almost left.
Oh, you almost quit that day?
Yeah, I almost left.
I didn't know you were gonna quit. I knew you were like over it, but I
almost left.
Yeah.
I almost left because it was we were all gagged.
We were all gagged. We were gagged at
I think it's
everything,
one of
y'all.
those experiences where I've never really jumped on being on a reality show.
Yeah.
But what made me want to do was like, oh, like I get to do this with my family.
Right.
Like at that point, I'd been at Playground for so many years. This was, we're all so tight. Those of us that are there all the time.
Right.
That it seemed like, okay, if I were to ever do a show, this would
be the ideal situation.
The ideal situation.
Yeah,
and then
true.
even in the ideal scenario, it was still like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is
a gag.
I don't even know what I expected. You know what I mean?
I definitely don't know what I expected.
Just a gag. And I think also too, like some parts of reality TV are not reality.
Yeah.
And parts of reality TV are reality.
Right.
But when you're in the middle of like the mix of the both, sometimes you lose your own sense of it. And I was like, wait, whoa.
And then you have a normal life outside of filming, but our normal life outside of filming still involves Playground. So it's like, it was a lot. It was a lot.
No, but gagged us. I did almost leave set the first day.
I almost left like second, third day.
You almost left and then almost at the end.
Oh, I was going to leave.
You were going to leave.
I was going to leave.
No, Dexter had producers calling me.
I was going to leave.
Talking about what's going on.
I was going to leave. Ooh, I forgot about that. I was going to leave, baby. Would you ever do like a Love is Blind or a Love Island type show?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
It's not your vibe?
No, it's not my vibe, only because I don't want to be known for just being a sexy girl on an island.
True.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, yeah.
The girls are great.
Gorgeous.
On Love Island. But I feel like, especially as a girl, I'm already put under a certain microscope, with dance videos, like what I'm wearing, so I knew it'd be even more of a struggle for me
on a show like that.
Where it's like it's a really fun and cool show, but I don't think it would do anything for me,
right?
Because I still want kind of my talent and craft to be a part of reasons why my name is known.
And you could even show that on that kind of show.
Yeah, I think showing that on that kind of show, people would think you're pandering. Like, oh, she's not here to find love. She's only here to get her name out and promote her career. It's like, yeah, girl, I am.
Duh.
Please.
Hurry up. Follow me. Craziest DM or comment you've gotten about the show?
Craziest DM or comment? Okay, there's so many coming through my head right now. I think craziest to me comments / DMs I've gotten was like, oh, I've taken your class before. Oh, I know you. And after watching the show, like, wow, I'm so disappointed in you.
Oh.
And I think to me, those are the craziest ones from people that have met me or do know me, because it's like, I feel that reality TV is reality TV.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know what I mean? Like
show.
It is what it is. But I think the craziest part was then having people that know me in person change the perception of me.
Really?
Because that really hurt me. That really was something that I was not prepared for.
Right.
Because at times you can't always control how you come off.
No.
And even if you do say the perfect thing that you wanted to say, or you delivered it, or you talked shit the way you wanted to say, or you, whatever it was, even if you did your ideal performance, when it goes to the masses, you can't control how people are going to take that.
Yep.
And so I think craziest comments for me were ones like, oh, I thought you were so cool. I changed my mind about you.
That's crazy.
That to me, I was like, oh my God.
Damn.
Do you still want to come to class?
Yeah. You still coming tonight? I had people telling me, like, I can't believe you talked to old boy like that, CJ. They were like, I can't believe he has right to say what he wants to say, freedom of speech. I said, okay, so you're a racist too. Bad, got it. So, no, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really get any comments about this. I think because a lot of my storyline was so boiled up in like the girl drama and everything that people either loved it or hated it.
True.
Yeah.
True. It was very black or white with that. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about music. How did you start? What made you want to start? Talk about it.
Well, I feel like as dancers, we all love music. Yeah. To whatever extent that goes for you is to you. But I mean, I've been singing since I was really young. I think I started really wanting to pursue it more when I was a teenager. I was in a girl group.
Ah, yeah.
With Zonta.
What was it called?
Lil Mix.
Lil Mix?
No. That's the UK
I was
girl
gonna say,
group.
isn't that a group?
Sorry.
It's okay, we can come back to this question.
No, we're called Mixed Chicks. The reason why I went like this, because I was like, why would you say that?
I was in a girl group. We were called Destiny's Child. What? Girl, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in TLC.
I was in a little group called TLC.
You know, you might know Waterfalls. No, sorry. Our group was called Mixed Chicks.
Cute. I like that.
And anyways, that was my first time like actually making music, being a part of like the process of it,
Yeah.
seeing the ins and outs of like, you know, just making music, recording it, and dancing to it, putting out visuals and stuff. And we were so young at that point. And then I also did another girl group, the Pussycat Dolls New Generation girl group. That was a very brief one. But yeah, this is my first time doing solo music though.
I feel like that girl group could have been dope. Like the PCD Next Gen, just the people that you guys had. It was
there's
cool.
so many great people a part of it, but I think, I don't know, I wasn't in the behind the scenes of it.
Yeah. What made you decide to say like, I'm gonna really go like full steam ahead into this? Because you know people do music, they do a song or two, and then they're like, but you like really like went for it and like continue to go for it.
Yeah.
So what made you say I really want to do this?
I think it's just kind of like, why not?
Yeah, literally, why not?
And it's also just one of those things that if I don't go for it, it'll haunt me. I know it'll haunt me.
True.
And but honestly, it's still even a battle like all the time to keep doing it, because it's not easy.
No.
It's very expensive.
Not cheap.
Not
cheap.
It takes a lot of skill, it takes a lot of talent, it takes knowing the right people.
Yeah.
It takes getting people to want to work with you, because it's not something you can do alone.
No.
You can't do it alone.
No.
You know, there's so many moving parts to it, where I feel like with dance, not that you can do dance alone, but you are an individual and you can go far as an individual.
Right.
Just like I can go into the studio by myself, make up some shit.
True.
Put it out, you know what I mean? Like, but but when you're making music, I feel like it's a piece of art that like is way bigger.
Has to be collaborative. Yeah.
It's way more collaborative. Not that people don't do it by themselves. There's plenty of people that do talk about it themselves, but it's a much more collaborative process than choreography in my experience.
Right.
And that's also been the biggest thing of just reminding myself that, okay, like this is something that is in you for a reason.
Right.
Just pursue it. Ask people for help. That's also something hard for me, is asking people for help.
Because you have to like hit up like producers, right? Everything.
You got to put yourself out there as someone. As someone, I feel like I'm starting all over again.
Right. You know? Do you? Yeah, I was gonna actually ask you that. Do you feel like a little baby bird again, like in the music game, which is tough?
Like a little baby bird.
Yeah, that's tough.
Going, tweet, 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 help me, help me.
And I'm like.
But then I get to the finish line of like finishing that song or putting out that video. And I'm like, oh, you a bad bitch.
You did that for real. Yeah, no, yeah.
Doing that. And it's one of those things where I usually make myself feel smaller than I really am.
Right.
You know
we all do that though.
Or even letting other people. I've had so many people tell me like, nah, you're just a dancer. Like, don't even try.
Really?
So many people.
Like when you tell them that you want to do music, they're like, nah.
Or they tell it to someone else that's like talking on my behalf, like, hey, check this girl out. And they'll be like, nah, like she's just a dancer.
What?
And it's like
so corny.
Pushing past even those beliefs, because it's like no one's gonna believe you until you show them.
Show them. Yeah, that's real. Has it made you want to step away from dance at all? Like, would you ever want to like fully get into music, or is it like you can do both?
You know, that was my initial idea. My initial idea was like, I need to start a whole separate page just for music.
We be doing that all the time. It's so real. I got a new Instagram. I got to do it.
I was even going to change my name. I was not going to be Beaulexx.
What were you going to be? Just another name.
Who knows? I had all these different names I was trying to do, but my Instagram name has always been Beaulexx.
Yeah.
And people have always called me that.
No, they always call you that.
Name.
If I say Alexis, people go, and I'm like,
confused.
Alexis. And they're like, Beaulexx. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
And I used to have my full name in my bio, like Alexis. And then I took that out and I just put Beaulexx on everything because that was already my @ And I just made my @ my name as well.
Branded.
Because people were always calling me that anyway. And I think I was like in the studio one time recording songs. And every time I would go, I would talk about like what my name could be. And they'd be like, no, like just keep your name. You're already Beaulexx. The people call you
It's
that
a dope
anyway.
name, like already.
So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll keep that.
Did that.
I forgot your original question, but
No, it was just, would you ever step away from dance fully and do music?
Sorry. Okay, yeah. No, but yeah, to go back to your question, I would, I used to think I had to separate the two, but I think they go hand in hand. And I think it's more powerful to kind of like bounce off of what you already have established. And now I'm trying to figure out how to marry the two in even more of a cohesive way.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just did a music video that you just posted recently. How was that? Talk about that process.
I was so nervous.
Really? You choreographed the whole thing too, right?
I choreographed the whole thing, top to bottom.
You better choreograph your whole music video. Okay.
With my assistant, Rain.
Type shit. Shout out to Rain. Shout out to Rain. If you watch Alexis choreograph with me videos, Rain is the one next to her.
Yes.
Shout out to Rain. We love Rain.
She's my go-to. She's my girl. Yeah, I was nervous. I actually had Dario creative director.
Which is incredible that he does that, by the way. Like, that's really dope.
You know what it was too? I saw Dario release, he did like this video to Tyla's Safer, and it was just like
with
a
the boys,
visual with all the boys in the desert.
Yes.
And I saw him make some posts like randomly about like, oh, he wants to get more into creative directing.
Type shit.
And I was like, hey, like I want to work with someone that's more on my level, also trying to grow versus like paying like, well, I can't afford to pay. Those like really expensive
because the girls
ones.
are taxing out here, okay?
But you know, a lot of the times, like it's best to just go to your peers that are next to you to try to like figure it out and work on things together. Absolutely. And so, yeah, I reached out to him and he was down and he was great to work with. And it was also just good to have someone that also understood dance and movement and. I think it allowed him to be creative with his ideas he wants to try, and then it allowed me to kind of like have someone else to craft this vision,
right?
Versus taking that all on by myself.
And somebody who gets it, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you can tell him. I feel like you could tell him something, and he's like, "Oh yeah, bet I know exactly what you want."
Very effective, and also too, that's part of the collaborative process of doing music. It doesn't just end at the song. Like, I could have put together a video all by myself, sure, but it's way better like pulling people in. Hey, are you interested in this? Like, hey, I have this kind of happening. Like, let me know what you think. And I think the biggest thing of it too is like I was so nervous to get dancers.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know why. I think because it's one of those things where I'm like, no, yeah, I'm the artist. It was so hard for me.
Got you.
It's also as dancers I worked with before as a choreographer and also just like see all the time.
Your friends,
like we kick it. And so
to text them and be like, hey, I'm coming out with a song and I want you to be in the video.
Yeah. And, you know, and pulling up to rehearsals and being like, okay, yeah, so I'm the artist, so I'm in the middle. You guys can go over there.
And you did formations and everything too?
Yeah, we did formations.
Word, bitch.
And I think though, that was just like, I made myself nervous in that moment.
Yeah, without you didn't have any reason to.
But everyone in the room was like, girl, like, you're the artist. Like, yeah, of course. Like there was a moment where we were like filming the music video in the desert. And I think I bumped into Kazaya and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, what? No, it's my job to move. I'm the dancer. Like, you're the artist. Like, you don't say sorry. And I was like, oh my gosh. But you know, like as dancers, we're
so like, oh my God.
Like when we're on a job, we're like working with people to like move out the way and move quickly and like don't fuck up. And I think that's when I'm on a set, my brain, that's where it automatically goes to.
There.
Like, and so we're doing this like big choreography in the desert. I make a mistake. I bump into the other dancer. I'm like so apologetic. She's like, shut up. You're the artist. I'm like,
that's funny.
You're right.
You're right.
I'm the fucking.
So if you bump into me again, I'm like, what's the last audition you went to as a dancer? I know the answer to this.
Those don't really happen much in LA anymore, I feel like.
I know the answer to that.
Do you know the answer to that? What is it?
It was the Aisha Francis one.
Oh, for Chloe Bailey.
For Chloe Bailey.
The last audition I went to was Aisha Francis held an audition for Chloe Bailey to do, I think it was a music video plus a show.
Wasn't it was it Coachella?
I don't know why I want to say it was Coachella, but I can't remember.
Alexis is supposed to dance with Chloe Bailey 8 damn times, okay? It's like we were filming the show one time and she couldn't do it. Like, you and Chloe are supposed to, y'all supposed to have been homies.
When I was filming the reality show, they would not let me work with, do the job
VMAs.
with Chloe Bailey VMAs.
Baby,
I remember Aisha Francis reached out to me. It's not like it was for sure, oh, you're booked right now, but it was like if I was available, I'm pretty sure it would have worked out. You know what I mean? And the scheduling with the show was a conflict. They're like, nope, you have to stay here and film the show.
Ooh, Alexis was mad.
And then the next time I auditioned for Chloe, I was supposed to be I went to Australia to teach.
Right.
So then I couldn't do.
Yep.
I couldn't do her show, Chloe Bailey's show, because I was leaving to teach.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy that it's always Chloe Bailey. Like, not like another job. It's like always Chloe Bailey.
It's been this girl a few times. Like,
Maybe
she's dope. I would love to work with her.
Maybe you'll work with her in a different capacity. Future plans with your music. Like, do you have like a dream collab you'd want to do, or like?
I think like future plans on music right now is just to put out as much as possible.
Yeah.
I think my biggest goal for this year is to churn out music the same way I churn out dance routines.
That's cool.
You know what I mean?
That's
like where
cool,
we just you get into that flow of like how you like to do something. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And because I feel like I'm still like finding my style, even with dance choreography. I feel like sometimes your style changes. You get influenced by different things.
Right.
And like with music, I just want to keep putting out as much as possible, and I want it to feel just as easy as dance choreography.
Right. Do you feel that, like, when you're writing music, do you feel like it's like easy for you to do, or is it getting easier as you go?
It's getting easier as I go, but I think that's because, like, competence breeds confidence.
Right.
Like, I get more confident the better I'm getting at
right.
it. And not even like, and more so like better at getting at it, just more so as like being more confident in my own voice.
Right.
Like being more confident leading the rooms and, saying what I want and like how I want it to be.
Yeah, and being like, this is what I want. Yeah, it's so true. Because as dancers, we don't give that ever.
As dancers, you don't really always have that voice. And even like my previous experiences doing music before going solo was the couple of girl groups I was in, which was, as girl groups, you don't really have that, this is what I want to do. It's a group thing. So I feel like I'm really excited to find my voice this year. See like what I want to put out.
Okay, finish the lyric. I have it written down. Oh, please. All right, I'm wearing booty shorts because my paper long.
I'm wearing booty shorts because my paper long. It's a Friday night. I got to do the rest of this shit. My nigga ain't a home.
Hey! Okay, you and Nat are the only people that have gotten it right. Literally.
The only reason I know that is because I did a dance to it.
That's why I did it. That's why I did it. All right, now we have a segment called Ask Dexter, where Alexis is going to ask me some questions, and I'm nervous because it's Alexis, and she's crazy.
Okay, what are your top 3 qualities you're looking for
in a person?
In a person.
Oh my
to date.
God.
Top 3.
I like for you to have money. I do.
Yeah.
I just do. I just think, you know what it is? It's not even necessarily like, oh, you gotta have money because you gotta spoil me. I can spoil myself. I want to do things. I want to travel. I want to go to Disneyland. I want to go shopping. Yep, I said it. I want to go shopping and I want to go shopping and both of us buy each other things. Like, I just want those, like, that's kind of the qualities that I want, or the experience that I want with the person I'm with. Honesty is a big one because niggas lie. That's just real.
They do be doing
lie,
that.
You know? I've been a nigga that lies myself. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what it is. It's real. And then 3, I think I just need you to have an understanding of like what I do for my profession and not like fetishize it. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate it, but I don't need you to like, I got a DM the other day, like, when are you gonna like strip for me? Like that's crazy. That's
that is
crazy.
Like number 1 ick.
It's like the biggest ick to say to a dancer, y'all. Like, please don't ask a dancer to strip for you.
For me.
Please don't.
Ew.
Don't do that. Don't ask that. Yeah.
Ew.
But that's it. That's it. Those three. And honestly, somebody funny. You gotta be kind of funny.
That was 4.
You gotta be
I
funny.
said 3.
Okay. Sorry.
So does funny trump money?
No.
You gotta drop one out of. There was a top 3. Which one goes to put funny in the mix?
You cannot understand what I do professionally. You can be funny. Like, I'll take that away.
Okay.
Like, you can say weird dance comments. Fine. Whatever.
Okay. He can ask you to strip, but just be funny. But
I'm not
funny
gonna do
when
it.
You say it.
Maybe I'll do it for money. Okay. This is getting dark. Okay. This is getting dark. That was a good question.
Okay, second question. Okay, second question. How do I phrase this? Okay, second question. What would be your advice to me?
Ooh.
To get further in the dance industry? Dance/choreographer/ etc.
You know what? You have a great online presence, obviously. I just feel like, So here's the thing about Playground. We are almost in our own world. It seems like sometimes
this bubble.
it's a bubble, and that's why it's so crazy with the show. Everybody was like, "This isn't how the dance industry is." No, girl, it's not called dance industry. It's called Playground.
Yeah.
It's how we are. That's just how it is. It's true.
And it's such a distinct,
It's different.
little community over here.
We're not like Millennium. We're not like Emma. We're not like any of those other studios. So I would more so say just put yourself out there as far as like meeting people outside of our bubble. You know what I mean? Like taking classes at other studios, like talking to other choreographers that are like working. Like Sean Bankhead should know you. Like, you know, I know Charm knows you, but like, you know what I mean? Like getting yourself out there in those circles, because even for dance, but even for choreography, because your choreography eats. Like it should be on stages like with girls like looking hot. Like
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why are we having people who don't do heels choreograph heels jobs? You know what I mean? Like let's like do something that does and like that does it well.
That's something that I've also been aware of myself. I think especially the past couple years.
Yeah, because it's easy for us to stay in our bubble. Like
it's so easy. Like sometimes I stay in my lane a little too hard.
Same. I can do the same thing.
Sometimes I stay in my lane a little too hard. Because sometimes it's more comfortable to be like, okay, this is where I know my friends are, where my piece is.
It's a fun job. Like we love the people. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to reevaluate.
Yeah.
Appreciate that one.
But that was it.
It's a good one.
Okay, now we have our segment called Slay or Nay, where I ask Alexis some rapid fire questions and she tells me, is it a slay or is it a nay?
Okay.
Okay, first one is girl groups.
I think slay.
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 Like
Flow, slay.
Oh my God, I love Flow.
Yeah.
I love Flow.
That's the only one I can think of though right now.
I know. I can't think of any either.
I don't know. Yeah.
Ugly cute boys. Boys that are ugly cute. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Slay or nay, slay or nay, slay or nay. It's a slay until they start acting like they are cute.
Okay, so you want them to act like they're not, but then you like find the cute things in them.
Stay humble.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Oh my God. This is bothering me, bro. Okay, fur boots in class. Dancing in fur boots. What?
Oh, I'm conflicted.
Why?
I'm conflicted because I show up in fur boots to class quite
Do you
frequently,
dance in them?
But no, I don't dance in
like
them.
I'm like, okay, so let's say you're in your class, right? And there's somebody in the front row, fur boots on. Like, how do you, what's your initial reaction?
My initial reaction is, oh, work.
Does that mean slay or does that mean girl?
I'm gonna give it a slay.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I'm gonna give it a slay because you know why? It takes confidence to do that. Because
Like you had to walk in like that. You had to like
there's
really,
a certain level of like audacity you have to do that. And if you can do that and kill the combo, hey,
type shit. Now, if you're gonna come in there and
slay,
eat, type shit.
Slay.
All right, boyfriend being a bad driver.
Nay.
Does that bother you?
Wait, was it slay or nay?
Yeah, slay or nay.
Oh, bothersome.
Like that bothers you.
Because I'm a backseat driver.
Alexis is a terrible driver. Okay. And when I say terrible, not like she's dangerous on the road. She's just terrified of driving.
Okay, yeah. You know how there's like aggressive drivers
Not
and
Alexis.
then defensive drivers?
Not Alexis.
I'm not aggressive at all. I wouldn't even say I'm defensive. I'm just scared.
No, she's just scared. We sat in the middle of a median for like 10 minutes.
Like, I do not take left turns in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that. Talk about how you won't do that.
If it is not a protected green arrow, I'm not making that left turn, babe.
Like, you know how you like cut down the side road? She's not doing that.
I'm not making no illegal use.
You definitely don't do
I'm
that.
not doing an illegal U-turn. Yeah, what do? I drive in a straight line.
You literally drive like a Roblox character.
I only make right turns in a box. Like I'm not spinning the block. I'm not.
Like if I say, Alexis, turn right there. You're not doing it. You're going to wait till we get down there, turn around, come back.
I will. If I'm going too fast, I will miss the exit. I'd rather just miss the exit than trying to make the exit. I'm not about to do all that. I like my life.
That's fair too, though. That's fair. I learned how to drive in Miami, so that's why I drive crazy. All right, when somebody posts their outfit and they say "styled by me,"
no,
I can't stand that.
No,
that's like not big. I don't know why it's my pet peeve, but it is.
No,
it's not styled by you. You just put the clothes on.
No,
you just put your clothes on.
No,
styled by me.
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to go deeper into my no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to give it more of an explanation.
But it's just no.
I think it's just no. I think what is seen doesn't have to be said.
Period. That's what I feel. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I just never, that's always weird to me. Fast food.
Slay.
What's your favorite fast food?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out?
Yeah.
Is disgusting.
Well, you're not a Californian for real.
What do you like about In-N-Out? The fries?
No. Well, I mean, I love the fries. Duh. I just had In-N-Out last night too, so the taste
Fresh
is
in your
fresh.
mind. Ew. Don't ever make that face.
I love I think that the patty, great quality patty.
The burger. You think In-N-Out has the best fast food?
The best fast food. Okay, that's a drive-through fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Five Guys.
Oh, Five
But you
Guys
can't drive
Eats.
through a Five Guys, so I don't get
Five
as
Guys
often.
Eats. I love Five Guys. I had Five Guys yesterday too. That's funny.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Gym girly.
Gym girly slay.
Slay.
Gym girly slay. I want to be a gym girly. I aspire to be gym girly.
You have qualities of a gym girly. Like you got the drive. You
I
can
have
do it.
qualities of a gym girly, but I don't have the discipline of a gym girly.
Consistency
The
is
consistency
tough.
of
No,
a
it's
gym
tough
girly.
though.
Sometimes too, I feel like gym girlies are only gym girlies if they record it.
Right.
So sometimes I don't feel like a gym girly if I'm not showing.
Like the gym selfie or like the vlog.
Yeah.
Do you go and just not post it? But you still go. But
I'll
like,
go, but I don't do it because I'm so focused on like what I'm doing in the gym still.
That's good though.
I'm also I'm not confident enough to be like, okay, I know what I'm doing. Girl, I'm trying to. How does the leg machine work?
Hey yo.
Like what? How does the lever go up and down?
You're
like,
one of those people just like fucking with shit.
I just go to the free weights if I'm like by myself and I don't have someone to show me. I'm just like, hey,
Just do what I know.
I put Pilates on my phone.
Hey, you still take Pilates?
Like online Pilates.
Oh, right.
I've been debating buying a Pilates reformer for the home.
Oh.
You can get it for like $500 or less on a Facebook Marketplace.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But not that committed.
That's crazy to have a reformer in your house.
I think if I like got a bigger space,
Right.
and moved and got a bigger space, for sure.
Yeah, you would do it. You would do it.
For sure.
Because you like Pilates. You
I
always.
love Pilates. Well, because also Pilates is based on ballet.
Yeah. Does it help with flexibility too?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's
Flexibility, strength, your turnout, so good for your hips and everything.
Yeah, like when I see dancers posting that they do it, they look so like gorgeous, like on these
Yeah.
machines. I'm like, work,
Yeah,
bitch.
it's hard.
It looks hard. Leftovers.
Slay.
You like leftovers?
I love leftover.
3-day auditions, but the job is a bomb ass job. But the audition is 3 days.
I'm doing slay or nay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give slay.
You'll give it to it?
What, 3 days you can't go home?
No, like 3 days, like you go back
Back to
every
back?
day.
Slay or nay? I don't know. I think I'll just say slay.
Like Darius was saying the Beyonce audition was 3 days.
3 days.
3 days. They had to go back 3 times.
I think I would just say slay because it makes it worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Makes it
Yeah.
worth it in the end.
And like, I'm one of those people that too, like, if we in this shit, we in this shit. Like, let's just do it.
Obviously, I would not want to be there for 3 days. That sounds like a lot of stress, a lot of pressure consecutively, day after day.
Right.
But I would say slay.
Cute. All right, that's it. Thank you, Alexis. You did it. Okay, tell us where we can find you if they don't already know.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Beaulexx, TikTok, the Beaulexx, YouTube, Beaulexx? Just type in Beaulexx.
Spotify,
Beaulexx.
Apple Music.
Spotify, Apple Music, all the places you get your music and entertainment. I'm there.
Period. And Hulu. Watch us on Hulu because
Oh yeah, Hulu.
we want some money. All right, love you guys. Thank you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.
You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that.